Hi, my name is Fran Bauman. I am one of the co-creators of OgStar Reading. OgStar is a reading, writing, and spelling app that is based on the Orton-Gillingham approach. Every lesson has all the steps that you would find in a traditional Orton-Gillingham lesson, and it also includes phonological awareness and oral reading fluency. So OgStar was developed for kids to do independently. It's 2 years of curriculum, and it has speech recognition and touch recognition to help the kid know when they're doing things correctly and help them to know when they're doing them incorrectly, and they need to be gently guided to do things in the way that will be the most helpful to them. However, you might be in the same room while they're doing OgStar. You might be right next to them, or you might be on the other side of the room doing something else. And you could notice that the child's having particular difficulty with some of the steps. So I want to show you ways that you can extend the app to make it as useful as possible and as effective as possible. So let's say that a child is working on the sound L, and he is calling it L. So you can pull out a handy mirror and say, okay, let's look at what our teeth and tongue and lips are doing while we are making those sounds. So, ooh, my tongue is nice and still. And you have the child then go L, and notice that their mouth opens, their lips are apart when they say it that way. And it's important for the kid to use the mirror, not just to watch you make the sounds, but for them to make the sounds so that they understand what their articulators are doing that are creating a different outcome. Sometimes kids are working on a task where it is asking them to move stones onto a path by showing all the sounds they hear in a word. So they might hear the word mom, and they're going to move 3 stones on the path because there are 3 sounds in mom. And the first sound and the last sound are the same. Therefore, they're going to use 2 stones that are the same color. They're instructed to do this on the app. So if you're going to show me mom, you're going to show me perhaps a white stone, a red stone, and then a white stone next to it because the first and the last sounds are the same. But suppose you notice that every time the kid is doing those tasks, she is getting confused by that particular task. Well, you can pull out something like pom-poms and demonstrate the concept using something tactile. So it's still the same concept of the white and the red and the white, but it's something that she can touch and feel, and making things multisensory really helps to lock in some of these difficult phonological tasks. You may have a kid who is reading 20 words on one of the lessons of the app, and you see that they are not attending well, they're restless, they're having a hard time. You can go to a whiteboard and write those 20 words on the whiteboard and take something like a suction ball and throw that suction ball on every one of those words to make that task physical. And by doing so, you can get the child to engage better with the activity. So there are many different ways to pull in multisensory materials. You have lots of them all around the classroom, all around the kitchen. You can use dried pasta, you can use multicolored paper clips, you can use art materials like Play-Doh and paint. You can find things that are going to represent certain difficulties they might be having. If they're having trouble when it says, say the word map, and now say it without the and they have to say app. If they can't get that, you can find something where the lid comes off. And when the lid comes off, that is the coming off, and what's left is the app. So you want to make sure that the materials you're using match the concept that you're teaching. Every kid that you work with is going to have different issues, and we want to be available to you to help you think about how to problem solve, how to extend these lessons, and how to make sure that it is as effective as it can possibly be. So if you go to our website at www.ogstarreading.com, you can contact us all kinds of different ways, and we would be so happy to help you. Thank you so much.